Obviously, G4TV has been absolutely reeling ever since Frosk had her meltdown, the disaster that resulted from it, with so many people unsubscribing from their YouTube channel, with them getting ratioed all across social media, all across YouTube. But something very interesting has been happening since then, specifically on their Twitch channel. And I have a theory about why and what that is. Now, again, I have to reiterate, it's just a theory. But when you look at it, something doesn't quite add up, and we're going to look into it. Now, obviously, this is from Bounding into Comics. G4 loses thousands of subscribers following ex-Play host Indiana Black's sexism in gaming rant. We've talked about this, and the fact that they have very, very little interaction on YouTube. 500,000 subscribers. And when we were streaming Friday with them the other day, this is Friday Night Tights right here. We had nearly 12,000 people watching, with almost 400,000 subscribers, whereas G4 at nearly 500,000 subscribers couldn't even get to 500. That's where they sat. Basically, the entirety of the time they were streaming D&D, right? D&D presents Invitation to Party, Scoundrels of Waterdeep, and The Whole World Blind. Now, this is about the same level of traction they've been getting on that stream. But something very weird was going on, and I also thought it was weird because so many people at G4 tried to amplify this. The same time where, although they have 500,000 subs, they're only polling 500 people. Over on Twitch, something very interesting was happening. They had 30,000 people watching their Twitch stream. I mean, this thing ended up at 586,000 views, which is crazy because, you know, G4 only has about 130,000 Twitch followers. To be getting 30% of your following like that, that's nuts. That's crazy. How could something like this happen? I have a theory about that. And it involves something called Viewbotting. I don't know if you guys have heard of Viewbotting, if you know what Viewbotting is, but there's illegal ways to Viewbot and there are legal ways to Viewbot. I don't know if anyone's ever seen a bot attack. People have used it and weaponized it before, whether it's follows, whether it's viewers, things like that. All of a sudden, just a wave, like 4,000 people might come and follow your channel or start watching your channel. And it's kind of a mess. It throws your notifications through a loop, all this stuff. That happens on Twitch. Isn't it weird that all of a sudden, in the middle of a big controversy where they're looking really bad on YouTube, they start to do something that would be fairly easy to do on Twitch, and all of a sudden they're getting traction like they've never seen before? Isn't that weird? Well, it's not like anybody involved with G4 would ever do something like that. Of course, we do have this. The attacks Kevin Pereira acknowledged Twitch Viewbotting controversy. The dire situation that Kevin Pereira found himself in, a longtime fixture in the gaming community, Pereira is best known as the host of Attack of the Show. After leaving G4, he launched The Attack on Twitch in 2014. The Attack wasn't performing the way Pereira and his production company needed it to, and the host turned producer turned boss told Polygon, with people's jobs on the line, he was feeling desperate to try to keep the show going, to keep as many employed as possible. He ended up turning to Viewbotting, a practice that falsely inflates the number of viewers watching a stream or video. It's frowned upon within the streaming community and violates Twitch's terms of service. Again, there are ways you can do that that actually are kind of legal, especially if you put it as autoplay on a website that already gets a lot of traffic. Then anytime anyone clicks on that, it'll autoplay and count as a viewer. There's ways people can get around this, and Twitch really doesn't care because the more viewers they have, the better it looks for them. So I thought it'd be interesting to do a little example. All right. This is what they had. They had 30,000 people watching, right? 30,000 people. I want to compare how much interaction they're getting in chat, because when that should tell you, right? You know, if you had a bunch of fake people watching and there wasn't really as much interaction as you would expect, that would be kind of telling, I think. So let's watch this, shall we? Let's hit play. As you can see, maybe one comment every second. There hasn't been a comment in a while. Like, look at how slow this chat is moving right now. Look at how slow this chat is moving. Now, they are not on follower only. They're not on sub only mode. They're not even on verified users only mode. Anyone can come in here and chat. It's not like they did on YouTube. There's no restrictions. Look at this. No one is talking, but 30,000 people are supposedly there. For comparison, I haven't looked yet, all right? What do we have? Hundreds, seven. All right, Hassan is right here. 35,000 viewers for Hassan. I don't like Hassan. We're going to mute his stuff. 35,000 people. Look at this chat right now. Look at this chat right now. I don't like Hassan, not a big fan of Hassan, but this is what a channel that has 35,000 people watching actually looks like. Okay? This is why I think it's yet another indication that G4, something fishy is going on, okay? Something strange is going on at G4 on their Twitch. Now, one of the reasons people might do this, look at that. I mean, is it any more obvious? Is it any more obvious than this compared to what we saw over here? I have no proof. I'm simply putting things together and speculating. And wouldn't it make sense that after a major controversy, after YouTube's not doing very well, your numbers on YouTube aren't doing good, you need to make it appear to everyone else that you're in really good shape, that maybe you might turn to something like Viewbotting to make it look like you're doing better than you actually are. There's no way there's 30,000 people in there. To me, when I look at that, there's no way that level of interaction, that's not 30,000 people in a chat. We just played it for you guys. Not even a comment a second. We have Geeks and Gamers streams. I have streams. There's more than a comment a second. This is not very good. But one thing it does allow you to do is it boosts you up on the front page and will actually get more actual people to follow you, because they see you on the front page, they tune in, you'll get more actual interaction that way. There's reasons to Viewbot. People on Twitch do it often. This is one of the main indicators. It's not like no one involved in the company's ever shied away from that before. You think maybe there's a possibility they did it again, especially when the host of that show, Frosk, is one of the people that retweeted this. They were advertising to everybody. Look how many viewers we got on Twitch, guys. Ignore the fact that we have basically no one on YouTube. Look at Twitch, look at Twitch, look at Twitch. Something fishy is going on. No proof, no hard evidence, just circumstantial stuff. It's just my opinion. Take that with what you will. It's just a theory I have. It certainly looks like something doesn't add up at G4. A lot doesn't add up, including all of this, yet having all that momentum on Twitch somehow. I think it's all a symptom of Frosk and what she did and the fact that they're trying to make themselves look better. But just a theory. Thanks for watching, everyone, and a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.